Tim had finally remarried. His wife, Valerie, didn't care that the other Mrs. Dowd had a key to their house and sometimes let herself in to borrow their newborn, Naomi. Heidi's baby shop may have been closed, but she still appreciated the new baby smell. Her and Tim's son, Kevin, was 19, and Kevin rarely smelled like new anything. The internet informed her that there was little she could do about that beyond encouraging him to have a healthy relationship with showering. Perhaps there were people in some parts of the country who could get away with a gentle, soapless dance beneath the showerhead. But eastern North Carolina's humidity was comprised 10% by other people's sweat to start with. They had to govern themselves accordingly. "Val's doing some brainstorming," Clay said. "When the house was built, they didn't give too much thought to flooding, I guess. Every time we get more than a couple inches of rain now, I end up with standing water down there. Gonna fill it in and forget about that one. Might make sense to build something slanted in the other direction, but we'll see. These fucking antebellum houses weren't built with ease of renovation in mind." The light stopped and then started once more. "You should probably get that," Heidi said. "You'd think that by now they wouldn't need to hold my hand for every little thing, right?" "I thought you liked them helpless and dependent on you." Heidi smiled behind her glass. "Only on the days I've collected dues. The rest of the time I could take 'em or leave 'em. Getting too old for this shit." Heidi chose not to comment on his age. She and the Dowd brothers had graduated around the same time, and she didn't particularly need any additional reminders of her mortality. She got enough of those pulling AARP missives out of her mailbox. Clay grunted and smacked his palm onto the intercom button. 691, what's your emergency? "Joke all you want, Clay, but I've been sitting in this anteroom for 40 minutes. I've used up all my match 3 game attempts on my phone. I've counted all the hardwood planks on the floor. Now I've resorted to watching my leg hair grow. If I'm going to be all alone tonight, I'd just as soon be that way at home." Clay cut Heidi a searching look. Saying nothing, despite knowing the exact reason for Clay's appeal, Heidi crossed her legs in the other direction. Perhaps a small, sadistic part of her wanted to witness Clay unable to talk his way out of at least one thing. He didn't deserve the long winning streak he had. "Well, Carine, you didn't have anything specifically scheduled, as far as I can tell." He continued to watch Heidi. Heidi sipped the wine. She hated for things to go to waste, and the vintner had gone to incredible lengths to get that foul concoction to market. "Well, I know that," Carine said, "but usually, even if I didn't have something lined up, you could work some magic and get them here. I thought maybe you didn't know I was here tonight, and that's why I buzzed." "Oh, I knew. You think those little birdies out there can ever keep a secret?" He kept on staring. Heidi kept on having no words to give him. It was his fault, really, for failing to extract a promise from her. Like most reasonable people, she treated informal agreements as wholly optional constraints on her time. "Sorry, Carine," he said. "I've got nothing." Carine sighed. "I guess that's what I get for putting all my eggs in one basket." "Nothing wrong with that if you were having a good time." Heidi intoned softly and studied her nails. She didn't like her new manicurist. In a rare tactical error on her part, she'd consensually beaten her last one black and blue. She'd been wearing a mask, and so had he, but his hair hadn't been covered. Schwen had a distinctive white patch at his right temple. Heidi had neglected to plumb her memory deeply enough when the niggle of familiarity first tugged at her. She should have paused, but he'd been so needy. Should probably just take my chances and switch back. His sister can't file straight. "Of course I was having a good time," Carine snapped. "Do you think I would bother waxing my snatch every month otherwise?" "Do you kiss your mama with that mouth?" "Shut up. But it was bound to happen, right? I should have had options. Maybe I should diversify. Why don't you see who's in the big book who can pinch hit? I've got a couple of hours." Heidi looked up at Clay. She was reasonably confident her expression wasn't giving anything away beyond its usual catch-all warning. But Clay was a man of his own mind, whether she fed him cues or not.